Real quick before this video begins, right after I filmed this episode, I just got news that an F-22 out of Eglin, there was a mishap and the pilot ejected. The pilot, to my understanding, is safe, and that is all I know. I know this is going to come up in the comments, which is why I'm going to address it. But the bottom line is something happened. The pilot ejected, and as far as what caused it or anything like that, at least on this channel, I'm going to always wait until the AIB is out. So we've talked about what AIBs are and how that works. Speculation doesn't do any good in situations like this. The important thing is that the pilot, to my knowledge at this point, is safe, and no one else was injured and no one was killed or anything like that. So that's all I know about that. But today, today's definitely going to be a safety stand down Friday because a lot of things going on. But today's video is about a drone that could have taken out a Blue Angel, and here I'm finding out about an F-22. So just wanted to add that because I know people will ask, and I don't know who it was or what happened, but definitely thinking about the pilot and hoping for a swift recovery. But I'm glad that they were successfully able to rescue him and bring him back to the hospital. So, all right, hope you enjoy this video.
3, 2, 1, flight off.
What's up, everybody? It's Mover cwlemoine. Quick reminder, there's only like 3 more days left, but if you're looking for the DCS World promo code, that is Mover. That gives you 10% off the already discounted price, which I think is 50% off right now, of any of the Eagle Dynamics modules. I don't believe that includes Steam, so just on the Eagle Dynamics website, that 10% will go to Folds of Honor as a donation, so please support a worthy cause. Today I was going to do Fighter Pilot Friday, but something's come to my attention in the last day, and I thought it would probably be better to do more of a safety stand down because this could have ended up being another mishap report that we'd be reviewing on this channel, and pretty tragic. So we won't do Fighter Pilot Friday today. We'll save mud hidden memes made by Wizzos for next Friday or another Friday or something like that. So first, let's take a look at the video. I've cut the audio out because it's just Danger Zone, and as much as I like Danger Zone, I don't feel like having to fight with DMCA copyright notices on the channel. All right, so what we're looking at here is a video posted to Facebook, and it has since been pulled down because it's stupid. And it was the Detroit COVID-19 flyover of the Navy Blue Angels, and someone had their drone and decided it would be a good idea to film it while they flew over the city. This is obviously a recurring thing. The Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds have been flying over major cities for the last couple weeks to show support for healthcare workers. So let's take a look. So what you see here is the Blues doing a turn over the city. This is a drone. You can see the prop up in the top right. And that's the chase aircraft, usually for safety observer and for filming. I don't know. I think it might be a D model, but they're typically the trail aircraft is for filming and just spotting purposes while they do it. They're at a probably 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet above the city there. They fly over, the chase aircraft is off to the side as they're doing this. So far, so good, no issues. I don't know if this is the same drone footage or not, or just the guy, his camera from the ground. But here's where it gets interesting. Now he does have the drone at an altitude, and we're on a head-on shot, left to left. You can see the chase aircraft passing, and here we go. I mean, I don't know how zoomed in it is, but they're almost co-altitude, and he's in their flight path, and he even takes a picture of what he's doing. And that's the end of the footage. So before we talk about how stupid this was, let's take a look at what the actual rules are. So the FAA has regulated unmanned aircraft systems, UASs, which are drones, DJI, Mavic Pro, all that stuff. You can either be certified as an RPA, so remote pilot, or for commercial, or you can be as a recreational. So let's look. I don't know if this guy was commercial or recreational, but let's look at the rules. So first you got to register your drone. Then you have to fly it only for recreational purposes, so you can't do anything for hire. You can't do pictures and get paid for it and all that stuff. You have to fly your drone at or below 400 feet above the ground level when uncontrolled Class G airspace. That is the biggest one, because I guarantee you the Blue Angels were not at 400 feet in this video. So they're up there. He's well above 400 feet for this. The second part is, if you're gonna fly in controlled airspace, you have to obtain authorization, which is a written agreement with the FAA for fixed site or drone zone or LANC or whatever. So next, you have to keep your drone within visual line of sight, of the visual observer who is co-located. So somebody has to be directly looking at the drone, which is kind of hard to do if you're above 400 feet, but not impossible. Don't fly it at night. Give way to and do not interfere with manned aircraft. Never fly over any person or moving vehicle. Never interfere with emergency response, such as disaster relief, any type of accident response, law enforcement, firefighting, or hurricane. Never fly under influence of drugs or alcohol. And do not operate your drone in a careless or reckless manner. So I see here at least 3 rules that were broken by this. One being above 400 feet AGL. I don't think the Blue Angels were flying that low, but I don't know. The second being interfering with manned aircraft. I mean, you're in the way and they can't see you. So I definitely believe he was interfering with manned aircraft. And then operating in a careless or reckless manner. Bottom line is, it's stupid. Well, the person that did this has obviously pulled down their Facebook and all the social media accounts, because now they don't want to get found out, because the FAA is probably going to come knocking on their door, and rightfully so. Can you imagine if one of the Blue Angels had taken that drone down the intake, or it hit him in the canopy, or had something had happened and he crashed and took out the entire Blue Angels team, or taken out even one, or crashed into the city, or any number of things? I mean, you're over a densely populated area and they're doing a flyby and they can't see him. I can tell you right now, I don't think anybody in that formation, because the wingmen are looking at the flight lead or their respective wingmen that they're flying formation off of. The safety observer is too far away. I mean, a drone is not that big. It's like trying to see a bird, and they might have even thought it was a bird. And the flight lead is clearing the flight path, but again, it's a small drone that he may have seen. He may have used that to offset his flight path, but I doubt it. So this could have been a situation where a very bad mishap had happened because someone believed that he was more important than the safety of everyone around him, so he could get good video synced to 1980s Top Gun music, which is just pathetic. It's just wrong. I hope that everyone can learn from this. Don't do stupid things. And what this is going to cause, you know, it's the one guy shits himself, we all have to wear diapers. When you do things like that, and the ongoing argument about, well, drones should be monitored and regulated and it's going to be more difficult and stuff, because if you see here on the website, changes coming in the future. The law will require drone operators to pass an online aeronautical knowledge and safety test, carry proof of test passage, and they will have guidance for how it will recognize community-based organizations. So it's going to get more difficult, and as drones proliferate even more, I mean, it's still a pretty big group, it's only going to get worse. So don't be that guy. This is an example of being that guy, and we could have really seen something bad. I know a couple people have said, well, I think this might be fake. It's not fake. I don't believe that this is fake. It looks like a very legitimate video. Nothing about this strikes me as odd. I think this is just some idiot with a drone that, and obviously now they've taken everything down, so that just tells you probably guilty. But it's just stupid. It's stupid, and to risk the lives of everyone involved in this and everyone on the ground is just selfish, and this is not the time to be doing stuff like that. So anyway, that's my soapbox. That's very disappointing. But anyway, so here's what's going on with the channel. Air Force One, I did a Mover Ruins Movies for that. It is stuck in copyright hold. Usually I don't have a problem with it with copyright hold, so I'll do a video. It'll get flagged under Content ID for YouTube. No big deal. I'll do the fair use dispute. Usually the studio is very receptive and they come back and go, yep, cleared hot. This time there was a third-party group that is monitoring DMCA notices that said no, and I've had that happen once before with another company, and last time it was successful. Right now it's in anywhere from now until 30 days from now for them to decide if they want to say, okay, you're right, or now it's a copyright issue. So I don't know if Air Force One will be allowed. I'm hoping it will, but if it's not, oh well, I'll probably do another video next week. But that is the risk and kind of the pain of doing these videos is, it's not always easy because the content ID, there's no human behind it. There's no, oh, this is fair use, no big deal. It's usually, if it matches, it does that, and then it sends it to the studio, and they're the ones that get to decide whether it's fair use. There's no third-party arbitration or anything fair. I was going to do mud hen memes this week, but I decided to do this video. We'll probably do that next week. And then fighter pilot memes and Viper pilot memes, we'll do some more of that, and then the mover mailbag. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you have a great weekend. Oh, I'm probably going to go look at a hangar tomorrow. That's probably hopefully a little bit better, but if not, I've got one that's awesome that opens up in July, so hopefully I'll be able to figure something out between all those hangars. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Excuse me. Oh, no. Oh! Spent a lot of that. Usually fine with the doors off. All hot too. Don't be a douche. That's rule number 1. Make them tell you no.